fucking killed me. God, man, that guy was thick. God damn.
I should not have clicked the starting button on that. I should not have.
It's bringing up bad memories for everyone. Oh, well, Dave.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's still videos of us up somewhere on YouTube. I think there are.
Yeah.
There's currently 77 videos of us up on YouTube.
Oh no!
This is
That
episode
was
78.
Not what I was referring to. Trust me.
I know.
And even if I were to find those videos, I would not share them with you. Liam would. Definitely would.
Oh, I would.
Challenge
Liam, go.
acclaimed. Challenge acclaimed. Anyway, welcome. Because I clicked the play button.
Welcome back.
Welcome to Demons of Aeminad, our weekly D&D show where a bunch of idiots try to survive a world infested by demons.
And breathe.
Yes, I'm going to try. I'm going to try to breathe. Anyway, before we get back into the madness, I'm going to apologize for missing last week, and then I'm going to throw it over to our master of announcements, Yella.
Yes. Two announcements today.
I think I know one of the announcements.
You know one of them. First of all, on Sunday, I went hiking with alpacas, and it is strangely relaxing to do. Yeah. It was on Saturday, my wife tells me. So, yeah.
Is it one of those like walks at the beach with alpacas?
No, it was through the forest around Bruges, which is a small forest, but still, you have like an alpaca on a leash, and you know, once you get to know it, it follows you around very nicely.
Oh.
Like, yeah. Yeah.
I heard
I would suggest it to everyone.
How much is it?
20-ish, 15 or 20 euros.
Oh, that's actually surprisingly cheap, yeah. Wow.
Next team building with all the income that we get from this stream.
So I'll see you guys in
IRL stream incoming.
16 years.
Yes, and
Building in
all the
16 years,
alpacas
boys,
are
put it in the
dead,
calendar.
But yep. 2039 is going to be such a fabulous year. Second announcement, a little bit bigger. I passed my practical exam to drive a car.
Holy shit! You're how old?
Wow, dude.
Yes.
Yeah, no, but it's like
That's a fuck you to me. It's
No,
I'm older than
but-
you and I can't drive.
yeah, no, but in the UK that isn't unheard of. But in Belgium, my generation, I'm like my generation is the last generation where we got it when we were 18, 19 straight away.
Yeah, Vincent, no offense. I got it when I was 23. Yella just got it.
I know.
Jonas still doesn't have it, and then Yoni from our other D&D group also still doesn't have it.
No, but it's a thing. I know, and I
glad
didn't
that I have it.
mean any offense to Yella for it. I just know it's
fine.
the mindset is completely different with the generation that is younger.
Yeah.
Yep. Perhaps you're not my generation anymore.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I am not. I'm a fucking Gen Xer.
Apparently. We differ generations.
hey.
What the hell?
Thank God you're not a baby
but,
boomer.
I'm 33, my dude. Come on.
Yeah, I'm 29,
Yeah, I am.
so, yeah. Are you from the year
I'm
89 or
26.
90?
90. I'm like tail end of Gen X.
Too bad. Too bad. Anyhow, that's my big news of today, or this week, at least.
Alpaca.
Yes,
Oh.
alpacas, indeed.
Hey, but
Thank
congrats,
God for
mate.
alpacas. Yeah, thanks.
Yes, we're all very
I
proud
can
of you,
imagine
Yella.
though, like how older you get, the more difficult it is to pass it.
It's yeah.
Right?
That is
They are
that. No, that is
actively
actually that is
Yeah.
proven. That is actually proven that the older you get, the harder it is to prove that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
but-
the fact that it's been getting harder, like
Yep.
in
Yeah.
general, like they're
True,
making it hard.
you need to be half a mechanic to pass the fucking theory these days. Because I had to redo my theory a couple of years ago, not because of drunk driving. No, not at all. No, actually, it wasn't. No, it actually wasn't because of drunk driving. But you know how we in Belgium, you've got the two levels, right?
Yeah.
You've got the one that is like, oh, you're positive, you. And then you've got the alarm one, right?
Yeah,
Which is like
yeah.
you need to park the car for 6 hours and then you can drive again.
Yeah.
The thing is, if you're under 23, right?
Oh, yes.
There is no
Oh.
difference between the two.
Yeah. True.
So I had to retake
Interesting.
my theory.
What the hell?
And I was like, how has it changed this much in 5 years' time? What the fuck?
Oh, I love you too,
See.
Liam. Oh,
Anyhow, let's get back into D&D.
yes, let's get back into the madness.
Drunken driving.
Hey, I mean, to be fair, you guys are going to be driving.
Wasn't-
Maybe we'll have drunk driving problems in a minute.
Isn't
It
that what
wasn't really
D&D
drunk.
stands for?
Like, I wasn't drunk because the police report actually said that I was sober. I was completely in control of my faculties. It's just there's zero tolerance when you're not 23 yet.
True.
Yep.
Like, one glass is a glass too much.
That's why I did it at 29, you know. To be
Oh,
extra
now
safe.
Just drink big.
Oh,
Yeah,
Make a
awesome.
pint.
I love it. Anyway, if I am not mistaken, let's get back into this because it's
Yep.
been 2 weeks.
Yes.
In a minute.
Yeah, you guys took over Wolfpine. Congratulations. You are now the
Woohoo.
proud owner of a small settlement to the west of, a bigger settlement to the west of Relics that was completely and utterly destroyed in
Ooh.
Rampage. There weren't really any or too many people in there, but you defeated the army of undead walkers that were there, taking your army with you, pretty much not even having to do army combat because fuck me, I guess.
It was a massacre.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep.
And then fighting against several kind of these like undead werewolves that were standing there, who summoned spirits of actual wolves to aid in their fight. But you were able to dispatch of all of them with minimal trouble, although Chief didn't end up so... How do I say this?
Unharmed, unscathed.
Yeah, something like that. Chief didn't come out unscathed. But the rest of you did.
Enlivened.
But because you guys technically won the warfare battle, Chief is currently in a comatose state for a little bit until he comes back. But in the meantime, you guys started making plans and decided that you were in a couple of days going to send your army to the west to take the second settlement that's kind of to the west of Relics and on the cusp of the domains of Ariana and Mordred, so that you kind of have like this line and then you can go even further west. But seeing as it was going to take a while for your army to get there, you decided, let's go south and get ourselves a bow. Yes, that's what I'm going with. So, with that in mind, you guys are now after the battle. Is there anything that you guys want to do before you take the safe long rest that you guys were going to take after the combat, or do we just immediately go to the next day?
We had the loot, right?
Thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
we
did.
did
We did
all that.
everything.
Got a bunch
Oh,
of money and
that's
whatever
fine.
was left about.
Yeah, I think
I'll
we did
read a
everything.
couple of days.
You'll need a couple of days.
Couple of hours.
Oh,
Read, yeah.
Yeah. If we have an evening, I'm gonna work on my tattoo, I guess.
I'll say you all have like
Good.
4 hours that you can do whatever the hell you want, and Sequita is 8 because Sequita.
Yep.
Make another tattoo, Sequita.
No.
Just start adding to it.
If there's any like faces, I'll just add some googly eyes.
Start playing as if you're being controlled in a game or something.
Oh.
No, I didn't forget about that one.
That was so fun though.
Yeah, it was. But anyway, then we'll go forward a couple of hours. You guys get a safe long rest, which I will click on the button to give you that long rest once my combat tracker loads. Come on. There you go. That's what I
Come
want.
on. Let's go.
That's cool. So you guys wake up the next morning. I mean, it would actually have like heated up a little bit in this area now, seeing as I said, most of the influence of Mordred in this area would have been vanquished alongside his army.
Yes.
It's still cold because you're still closer to Mordred domain at the moment. But it's heating up a little bit. Your forces are kind of like stretching, taking care of the few wounded that there are, because technically a battle would have taken place, just no one would have actually taken enough damage for a casualty to occur. So, ladies and gentlemen, what are you doing?
Yes. Tell the army, they need to go to Grimsby in 15 days.
Yeah. Yep. Or arrive there, and we'll try and meet them there in time.
Yeah.
We do still have horses, don't we?
Yeah, you guys still have
We
horses.
do, yeah. That's why we can do this. Otherwise, we would not be able to make it.
Exactly.
Just double checking it.
So I'm assuming because Mace is still here, Ferrith is still here, and Cresden is still here, so and Greenarm. I mean, Greenarm's not really like a general in the army, he's your retainer.
Mm-hmm.
So the three of them are kind of in charge. Chief is still unconscious because I haven't figured out what I'm gonna do with him yet. I might have subtly forgotten. But those three are going to make sure that, like, by the time you guys specify that the army shows up on their doorstep, there's also the mention, if you guys would need more time, they look at Jed and say, give us a call.
Me, baby.
Just please don't send it to us the moment that we arrive, because then we're going to be in combat.
It's fine.
Yeah, that might be a problem.
Probably. Okay.
All right. Other than that, anything else?
I take out a paintbrush.
My God, I'm so surprised by that. This is a development I did not see coming. What are you going to do with the paintbrush?
Okay, just for the, I'm just gonna ask you this, like, in character, how good are you at drawing? I feel like you don't seem like the artistic type. No offense.
Okay, do you remember under Alvarez? You were the one that made the minimap as such, like, and you were the one that made the model and the landscaping.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, the little on the arena, on the war room. Yeah. I made little minis for everyone. I remember that.
Yeah, so you can draw me a card as well.
Sure, I will attempt to draw you a card.
Okay.
Does it work in a way like a 3D pen where I have to like draw it out like that, or how does it work?
Yes.
Wonderful. Okay.
Yes. If you draw a 2D thingy, you're going to get a card with no width.
Yes.
Okay.
You're just going to get like, a painting that literally you can carry around. You can carry a shield, like a shield of a card.
People were talking about marvelous pigments.
Yeah. We can
I figured.
we can draw something and it comes to life.
Ryu, do you have painter supplies as a proficiency?
Fuck no.
Then please just give me a dex check.
Oh, dex! Wait, hold on. I thought this was going to be performance. Wait. Oh, shit. Okay.
No, it's not.
Oh, shit. Okay, dex. Here we go. Can I guide myself for this?
Yes.
I will. Okay, I'm going to guide myself. Not bad. Add a little d4. I'll take it. I'm surprisingly good at anything that is like D&D related as Ryu.
To be perfectly honest, like, this wasn't about you not being able to draw the card. Like, you're able to draw the card. That's not the issue. It was how good of a ride is Jed gonna have when he's in there? With an 18, pretty good card.
Yeah,
nice.
It's not a perfect card. Like, you can still see that it was not necessarily made from actual materials. You can see that it still has like a magical tint to it. Let's call it. But other than that, it's a completely perfectly functioning cart that you can attach horses to and do whatever the hell you want with.
Woohoo! Okay.
You are now the owner of a pigment cart.
Nice. So, peoples, I would like to read my book, which will give me 22 into my ass. So,
the meme is gonna be dead.
Yep.
No, now we can laugh even harder if he makes dumb mistakes.
Yep. So I'll need the 4.5 things.
But you want to sit in the cart?
Yes, please. If possible.
Synchronized laughing. I love it. Okay.
Yep. That's gonna be my... Yeah, I will still help in case there's a battle or something.
Yeah, I figured. Okay. Then, with how many hours would you have read at this point, Jed, by the way?
20-ish.
20-ish. Perfect. Okay. Then I guess we get to the actual travel, unless something else still needs to occur. Speaking of which, I'm just subtly going to do one small thing before we actually leave. If I can find it. There you go. That's what I wanted.
The Aeminad world.
Should probably put the map of Aeminad up there now that
Yeah,
we're
might as
doing
well.
travel.
Might as well.
All right, so you guys are traveling from Wolfpine to... technically, the map looks as if you're traveling next to Stupra. You're not traveling extremely far from it. I will say that.
Yeah.
But you're not going into it, so you're...
Yeah.
You know.
Would we be able to, like, be close enough to, like, take a peek into it from afar? Like, maybe?
No.
Did we notice anything?
Please don't.
Okay.
I think that's a little bit risky.
Do we have a spyglass? I don't think we do, right? Because those things are expensive.
Even, I mean, pretty much you're gonna see the walls of it. Let me put it like that.
Fair enough. Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have a spyglass anyway.
With that in mind, seeing as we're doing 4.5 days of travel, I'll go from left to right. Ryu, roll me a d20.
Yeet.
Oh no, it's a storm. It's bad.
It's a 9. Wasn't that card before?
We changed it every so often.
What makes you think I don't change this shit every now and again?
Yeah, I don't know.
And I think the last time was that we just had an increased chance.
Yeah, like that I know, but I think one of the very first ones that we rolled for it was, I think, a 9. Not sure though. It was a very long time ago.
First day goes by. Very uneventful, actually.
Woohoo! 28 hours.
One small thing that I would like to mention at this point. How are you guys doing watch at this point?
Like during the day or at night, you mean?
At night.
I think as we did before, which I think was 2, 2, and then 1, I think.
Yeah, 4 watches technically.
Oh,
I
4.
can like do cover
2.
2.
Yeah, you can do 2,
yeah.
to be fair.
Yeah, I do the first 2 hours.
Okay.
I'll do the last one because I want either to do the first one or the last one because Ryu likes his beauty sleep. He doesn't like to be interrupted.
But then I could do the 2 in the middle then.
And then Shiloh and
Valkyrie.
Valkyrie take also first and last.
Okay.
Shiloh first, Valkyrie last.
Okay. Okay. So then, Sakura, you took the second watch, right?
Yes.
Perfect.
Second and third.
First watch, nothing happens. Second watch, technically also nothing happens. You did, however, hear me say the word technically.
Yes.
Because at a certain point in time, as you're sitting there kind of like paying attention to your surroundings, you're used to this as kind of, you know, as a ranger, as having lived a decent part of your life in the wilderness. At a certain point in time, there is something strange that starts to happen, but not necessarily in the environment around you. Every single one of the 4 of your friends starts to kind of toss and turn in their sleep. And
they're having
it's
some form of nightmare, I suppose.
Yeah, but it's also strangely in sync how all 4 of them start doing this at exactly the same time. They're not doing the same movements or something. It's not like they're, you know, doing a sleeping dance or whatever. But
Synchronized sleeping.
Yeah, it's not that. But they do like start almost at the same time. They start tossing, turning. Which brings me to the 4 of you.
Oh boy.
All 4 of you, as you kind of like are in your sleep, you all sleep in your normal ways. You let unconsciousness take you, but at a certain point in time, you all have the same vision that occurs. As you all see the city of Alvarest in front of you, and you recognize this scene. Sekura actually described it to you at a certain point in time while she was chasing a very specific demon right after she had come into your city unannounced. You all notice how Ariana kind of like escapes from the side wall, and you once again see this large fight between Cresden and his warriors on the walls as the blood starts to flow from your walls. You're all having a very, very fucking bad nightmare. And I would like all of you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Shit.
Ooh.
Okay.
No,
Should
plus
be
4
decent.
charisma from the...
Nope, because she's unconscious at the moment.
Yeah. Incapacitated. Goodbye, Jed. Oh, goodbye, me.
I would like to use my reaction to make it 14.
You don't have a reaction right now because you're incapacitated.
I would not
Maybe
like
you're
to use
asleep.
my reaction.
Elvakri gets to make this advantage because it's a wisdom save.
But
She makes it. Just need Shiloh's, right?
Yep.
Wisdom saving throw. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, please. Ah.
+4 again, so that's 18.
No, because you're incapacitated technically right now, so your aura doesn't work right now.
Oh, because I'm sleeping.
Yes.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Okay. After a little while, Sekura, it does die down, and like, you know, they all start going back to sleep. Problem is, Elvakri stays asleep for a little bit. The others, they all wake up. And you all have this feeling of dread, and you don't really feel all that well. And the rest of the night, you're kind of jittery. You don't really get... You get the feeling that you're not really getting enough sleep at this point. So all three of you currently have a lingering level of exhaustion.
Oh, lingering.
Yes.
Okay.
So aside from the lingering point of exhaustion, they feel exactly the way I did when I actually witnessed that event.
Yes. Exactly.
Does that mean that we have a point of exhaustion as well, or is it just a lingering point of exhaustion?
It's
As in, like,
it's
in the
a point. It's a point of exhaustion, pretty much. I do these days treat it as like 1 D&D exhaustion, so just a -1 to everything, pretty much.
Oh, chill. Oh,
Okay,
what could
alright.
possibly go wrong?
And you only die when you have 10. Subtle
I don't
effect.
get 10.
Yeah, pretty much.
So don't get to...
Yep.
Okay.
Alright. But that was day and night 1. Shiloh, give me a D20.
Day and night.
Fucking dream spells.
Okay.
10.
Yeah.
This would have been a great storm, but you have Ryu.
Ryder thanks me once again.
Nice.
I fucking hate you, Matthias. Half my table is useless because of you.
Imagine playing a storm fucking sorcerer. Nobody does it except this fucking guy. Because this guy thought it would be cool, even though it's really shit.
No.
That's working in our favor.
Yeah.
God, I love it.
How many is that? Like 5 that you've negated?
That's
Think
so
more.
ridiculously much. It's insane. Sakura, roll me a d20.
On 11. Oh. I wanted 9, 10, 11.
Come on. You have to, Sakura. Really? You have to.
It's another storm.
Another storm.
Shit.
Hey, the storm
Blood
lasts for 2
rain.
days and nothing happens again because Ryu.
Because I exist.
I
My
hate
sheer presence is...
I hate everything about this. Anyway, that leaves Jed.
Yay. Oh,
Hey!
shit.
Well, 20 is not a great storm, but it is nothing happens.
Yes, I've read the book.
Yeah, at this point you would have. You currently have 22 intelligence. So
My
Jed is a
ass.
little smarter, Yella isn't.
Nope. But I get to prepare another spell.
Let's
Oh,
go.
yeah, that is true. That is true, good sir.
And my DC is up.
That's the scariest part of that entire sentence. But with that, you travel for a couple more hours into the 5th day. I'm not going to make you roll for that because then I nicely have had everybody roll once. Yes, that is my entire reasoning for not letting you roll a 5th time. At which point you reach the area that you wished to reach. As you all come upon this forest, it's really weird. You first have kind of like the emptiness of the area itself, and the more you went south, the warmer it got, because you're also getting closer and closer to like Ariana's domain, which tends to exude a little bit more heat. But so pretty much the area that you've been walking through has been at max grasslands, at worst like these burned pieces of land, really. So there's not that much to see there. And then all of a sudden at the horizon you see these giant trees showing up. When I'm saying giant, I'm talking like 10 feet high. I'm talking really, really big, or actually 15 feet high, sorry.
10 feet.
10 feet is not that high. 15, 20, really tall trees. Let's go with that. Anyway, I don't know sizes. And they're also very packed together. Pretty much the moment you would enter this forest, you're going to be like kind of trying to get through the trees one by one. This also means you're very likely not going to be able to do any traveling on horseback or on cart in this area. Just so you guys know. Because this is a very thickly packed forest.
Okay.
And the actually in this case, Sequita, Jed, and Ryu, the three of you would notice like a little bit of this like primal magic coming from this forest as well. This is not just a set of trees. This is
okay. There might be some druidic shit going on.
Pretty much.
Or ranger. One last thing, Lars. I would have removed cursed my last level of demon yesterday, so that I can,
enter in case you run into a
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Good to know.
Everybody is now demonic free.
Hey.
Oh shit, boys, we done did it. But for how long?
Achievement unlocked.
Jed's not happy about it. He's like, I want to be demonic.
Demon no more. Hey, make another deal with the coin maker.
Somehow I don't think he's up to making deals anymore.
Yeah. Hey, it would have been like a great way to see if we were getting close to the God's gift. If you guys would like walk through something, and I was like, nope, invisible
you just
barrier.
face plant into an invisible wall. That would be quite funny. Yeah,
it's like we're close, people. We're close.
And this is how you play a 22 intelligence character.
But unfortunately, he really demonified.
Yeah.
True. So, you guys entering the forest, or what are you doing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stay on the path. If you lose it, you'll never find it again.
Bold of you to assume there's a path.
Oh, this isn't Mirkwood, sorry.
No, it's not. You walk in.
Yep.
The moment you kind of like break through the line of trees, there's this weird feeling that kind of goes through you. You don't necessarily know how to describe it, but it both fills you with a sort of sense of dread and yet at the same time a sense of safety. You walk in, you kind of look behind you, you see the trees, you can still see outside, but it feels weird. It's not something you've sensed before. maybe slightly similar to the Garden of Pyrax, but even then that felt more divine in nature. This feels a lot more ancient, a lot more funky, let's say.
Like what kind of trees are they here? Is it more like a jungly area? Is it more like a oak wood, or is it like pine wood, or like whatever birch wood?
It's really
Mahogany.
jungly, and yet there seems to be this strange pattern to it yet at the same time. These trees, each of the ones that's like here, seems to have still grown here with some sort of a purpose. It's weird. It's kind of weird to describe it. It's not like anything you've ever really seen before. There's trees around relics. There's the garden itself also had like this like weird structure, but this, it feels abnormal. It doesn't feel natural, and yet it is probably the most natural thing you've ever seen.
Sekura, do you have speak with animals and plants?
I have speak with animals, albeit it's only a scroll. So it's a one-use thing.
Yep. It's does speak with plants even exist?
Yes.
Yeah, it does.
Yes.
Yes, it.
Godverdomme.
What does God have to do with this?
Lower Bailey using it all the time.
Oh yeah, true. No,
it's third level.
Keyleth.
Keyleth, sorry.
Ah, yeah.
Because the trees were giving her so much shade.
Nice. I have an idea, but it's only to be used if we're desperate.
Okay.
The idea is called Fireball. And see if the forest talks to us.
Oh, it'll talk
it'll
to you,
talk.
right? Yeah, it'll talk.
And all of a
right?
sudden, you all see Jed being pulled through the ground as he suggests that.
Fuck, he gets pulled by some vines.
It's a break glass in case of emergency kind of situation, you know?
More like break jet in case of emergency.
Okay.
Do you keep going?
So, yeah, I would like to ritually cast Detect Magic, that I have perhaps a better sense of whatever the fuck is around us.
Okay. As you do this, I'll just immediately give you the answer. There's not really like a type of magic around here, but this is a very magical forest. Pretty much, you can compare it to like the moment you turn on the detect magic. It's almost like someone just turned on like these very heavy headlights and just shines them into your eyes. That's the intensity of magic that you're sensing the moment you turn that on.
Okay. I want to use my primeval awareness.
Okay. Which detects
aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead.
Okay.
I'll just use it as a level 1, so it's only a minute.
Yeah, sure. In that minute, you don't necessarily detect anything living apart from plant life, but you do detect a very powerful primal energy around you in this forest, which you could have kind of guessed, I guess, but this really confirms it. It's also very similar to like Jed's detect magic, where like it's such a strong feeling that like you have to stop and stand still for a second before you can really like move through again. Like as if your body almost has to get used to it and adjust for a second.
Do I get a sense of what kind of energy I'm detecting?
Primal nature.
Okay.
Make me an intelligence check.
Oh, yeah, my best stat.
If you have nature, you can add it.
If I have what?
Nature.
Proficiency in nature?
Yeah, proficiency in nature, you can add it.
I don't, surprisingly. Oh, I was almost an 18.
5. It's a very powerful set of primal energies.
Okay.
Okay.
That didn't help.
Ryu, do you speak Elvish? Yeah, you're half. Sorry.
You're also traveling with an elf, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah, also like
a full elf.
Yeah, you can
Could you
choose.
could you cast Thaumaturgy and say something like, yeah, that's why I asked Ryu. Say something like, we seek the help of Deona, because that's the goddess who made the bow.
Oh.
Perhaps that will...
Alright. Sure. I do a little... and I just shout it out in Elvish. We seek the help of Deona.
Ishkakui I Duragnul. Oh wait, sorry, wrong thing.
That sounded really good. I don't know what the fuck it means, but it's not that.
Last stars, hopefully.
Yes, I think so. You shout this out throughout the forest, and it like kind of echoes a little bit, and like, Diona. Other than that, nothing really happens.
No disturbance in the force.
You all of a sudden sense someone casting Thaumaturgy with your detect magic.
Wow.
Thank you, Lars.
Hi. You asked for a disturbance, I gave you one.
Yeah, I know.
I guess our only option is just to keep moving till we find something.
Yes.
Who's leading this?
Oh, hell no.
Hopefully,
I would assume me again.
Yeah.
Yes. As well as Elvakri, perhaps.
Because Elvakri's not here, Sequid, I'll let you roll survival with advantage.
Okay. Fuck, damn it.
Work.
My program froze for a second.
Oh, okay.
Dirty 20.
20. You kind of like lead the group deeper in to what you assume is like more towards the center of this area, because you would assume that like that's where. And this also kind of ties into like the detect magic and the primeval awareness. Like you do sense that the energy seems to be more and more coming from the center. Like how powerful it is here, it seems to be even more over into the center more. So you kind of go in that direction. And yet, as you all kind of like look around, there's this strange feeling every single time that you keep walking, that you keep running into the same tree, but every single tree looks the same. There's not really a change in scenery, however strange that might be.
If I like leave like a small mark on the floor, like do a little, like make a little cross with my foot or something with my heel, do we like after a while pass it again, or is it never to be seen again?
How long do you keep walking?
I don't know. Just until we start recognizing like a similarity in the trees again. I'm like, I thought I saw that one before. But
you keep walking for a little bit longer. You don't necessarily see your mark again.
Okay.
At least not as far as you recognize. But then again, every single tree looks the exact same here.
Okay.
At a certain point in time, you swear you see your own mark, and then you realize it's not your mark because it's not. It's weird.
If I focus on where Green Arm is, like related, like as a distance, you know. Wait,
how do you do that again?
Yeah, how do you do
that?
What
ability is used? What ability is that from exactly, Jetty? Jetty boy.
I hate the fact that I'm demonic.
Hey, Jet, there's one big advantage. He's not going to keep on funding 10 gold pieces every 5 minutes anymore because his contract of luck is gone.
Oh no. He's dead, isn't he?
He definitely fell in a ditch somewhere. Like it just like built up like karma, and now he gets like a whiplash of luck.
The moment the fucking contract shattered, a vase just drops on his head and fucking dies.
So he met a woman they were at the altar, and then suddenly it ended like, you know what? No, bye.
No, thank you.
Before you ask your question, Jed, would all of you be able to roll me a wisdom saving throw, please?
Ah, fuck you. With the +4 this time?
Yes, this time with the +4.
Yeah, we got a +4.
Hey.
Let's go.
I would
Oh
like
my
to.
god!
I would like to use my reaction to make it an 18.
I will use a bullshit point.
I will also use a bullshit point because I do not want to fail.
20.
Sadly. That is a 17.
Okay. You keep walking for a little longer. Sekiro.
Hi.
You're leading this, right? As you said?
Yeah.
Oh no.
There is one problem that I kind of have with that. You really do need to look after your friends a little better.
Oh shit.
Because at a certain point in time, you turn around and all 4 of them are gone.
Ah, fuck. Guys? The fuck did you go?
Are we together?
Jed, you hear a voice go, "Guys, where the fuck did all of you go?"
Okay.
Go.
But as you look up, you don't see anyone.
I'm all by myself.
Yeah.
Am I all by myself as well?
Yes.
Okay.
From that, yeah, I'm gonna cast Thaumaturgy and just yell out really loudly, "Come to my voice! Y'all
Right.
fucked off somewhere."
Shiloh, you hear a voice go, "Where the fuck are you all?"
Over here, dude.
Come to my voice. Come to my voice.
Sekura, you hear a voice go, "Over here, dude!"
Oh shit. Okay. I
Any
just yell
sense of
out.
direction?
Yes.
Or does it just sound like coming from everywhere?
It sounds like it's coming from east of you.
Well, the Shiloh's.
Yeah, Shiloh.
Yeah.
That's the only one you've heard.
Do I have anything at all?
Okay.
Okay.
I will tentatively go to the east to try and locate.
Okay.
Keep talking.
Ryu,
Okay,
you hear
I'm-
someone
yeah.
shouting, "Keep talking!"
Yeah, I'm just gonna. Okay, I'm gonna keep casting Thaumaturgy and just I'm gonna tell a mighty story about Ryu Sturmir.
Jed,
I just shout Marco all the time.
Okay. Jed,
Polo.
you've heard this story so many fucking times, and now he's telling it again. God fucking damn it.
I just head towards the storyteller since I know it's right.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
it should
me and
be
Shiloh are
right.
paying Marco Polo until we find
Halfway
each other.
through the story stops. Sekura, you all of a sudden hear Ryu telling a story.
Oh my fucking god.
But it's like halfway
what is
through. It's
this?
like, what?
You know the
Oh,
story.
okay.
He's probably told it to you at some point, but you don't remember
Yeah.
him starting there.
Okay.
What the fuck? Do I still hear Shiloh?
No?
Okay.
Oh god.
Fucking doing this. Okay.
Okay.
We lost
Look,
the path.
Okay.
We're
I'm
lost
done
in
with
the
this
sauce.
shit. I go up to
Pretty
the
sure we lost the
trees
plot as well at this point, but oh well.
Yeah.
and I ritually cast Skyrite. I am here with a pin right on top of my head.
I do want to ask one small question, Jed. Do you need to see the sky for that? Because you
It's
don't.
probably it's probably like a canopy of leaves. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Technically, underneath the canopy of leaves, there is still sky. I mean, it's above you.
As a part of sky that you can see. Okay. I take out the pigments.
I'm having way too much fun with this. Sorry, go for it.
I'm fancy. I paint climbing gear.
Mm-hmm.
I climb up the tree
Mm-hmm.
to
Yeah,
the
that
best
was
of my
gonna be my idea.
capabilities. I skyride. I'm over here with a pin. And then
Okay.
I just start chilling. Come towards me. I'll stay here. And I hate myself that I don't have sending prepared.
Jed, can you make me another wisdom saving throw?
With ease.
Oh.
Yeah.
25. You climb up and You reach like the top of the tree.
Mm-hmm.
You see this giant forest stretch out before you.
Nice.
It's weird though. There's no end to this forest in any direction that you're looking into.
Fucking space-time loops.
But you skywrite.
Yes.
Works perfectly fine. You see a...
How the fuck would we even know you would skywrite? Because we can't see the fucking sky.
And then you realize something really weird as you're focusing on the sky.
You stop talking.
You've lived your entire life in Aeminad. That sky has always been red.
It's blue sky.
You're looking for the first time in your life at a blue sky.
I cast spell magic. It cannot be true. This magic fuckery.
It's too good to be true.
Yeah, it's too good to be true.
Yeah.
Cast it, it doesn't even find perches on anything.
God fucking damn it. We're so screwed. Okay. There's a blue sky. Wow. So this is what the stories talk about.
Sakura.
Yo.
Happy to see you. As you're kind of like going around for your friends, on your end, something weird happens. You kind of like, you keep looking, you keep every now and again hearing like Ryu's voice, Elvakri's voice, Jed's voice, Shiloh's voice. It keeps coming from different directions. If you've been traveling east to find Shiloh, then all of a sudden you hear a voice coming from the west. It keeps... There's no sense to be made from this.
Hmm.
And then all of a sudden, you see a person. Just relatively far ahead from you, in between the trees. You don't really make out any shapes. You don't know if you recognize this person, but you do see a person.
Okay. I'll try and just make sure I keep that person in my sight and head towards this person.
Okay. You start walking towards them. The closer you get, the more you get the sense that this is not just any person. It's strange. They seem to be entirely dressed in green. You see this slight glow coming off of them. But you keep getting closer, and they're just standing there, seemingly waiting.
Okay. I approach.
You keep approaching, and at a certain point in time, you're like 50, 60-ish feet from her. She kind of like looks in your direction. You do notice it's a she now. She looks in your direction and just like points towards what you guess is like sort of west-northwest-ish, and then disappears.
Hey. I'm still hearing the voices, yes?
Yep.
All right. At this point, I'm going to attempt to just like block them out and just head in the direction she pointed.
Okay. You head in the direction she pointed. Are you being sneaky or loud about this, by the way?
Well, I'm going slow. I'm not taking any chances.
Okay. You walk for a little bit, and all of a sudden, you notice a shape sitting in the top of the trees, seemingly casting some kind of magic.
Okay.
I'm the shape.
Magic, you know.
Is it a cat?
Never believe it's not so.
What is this? Do I just see? I just see a shape. I don't get any like.
They're pretty high up. You don't necessarily see any. They're in between like the leaves and stuff.
Okay. Then quietly, I would like to climb up the tree to about the same height.
Okay.
Make my way through it there, like through the branches. So I can get any idea who or what it is.
The closer you climb, the more you recognize this shape as one of your party members, right, Jed?
Yay!
Oh, Jed?
Sakura?
It is I, Leclerc.
But it was me, Neil.
Yeah. Where did you go?
I was right in front of you guys, and then I turned around and you were all gone.
And how did you find me? And look, the sky is blue for the first time in your lifetime.
Hey,
As you look up,
Blue.
you see a blue sky for the first time in your life.
Oh, fuck me.
Yeah.
I'd rather not, thank you.
No, I've already got someone for that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, ferret, dude.
Oh.
Pay attention.
Nice. Okay, so how did you find me?
A woman pointed to where you were.
Okay.
I don't know who it was. I just found some random woman. She pointed in this direction, and I found you.
Okay.
Woman, point, man.
Yes. Okay. And okay. Let's
I have
hope
no
she
idea.
returns. I don't know. Let's just.
Ryu, what are you doing at this point?
Still telling my story, and after a while, like, do I get any responses to my story whatsoever?
Every now and again,
One
you
star.
hear Marco from Shiloh.
For the millionth time, it's not Marco, it's Ryu. No,
Jed, you all of a sudden hear, for the millionth time, it's not Marco, it's Ryu.
Okay. Okay. Sakura, stay here. I polymorph into a panther and run off after Sam.
Shouldn't split up again.
Too late. I did it, DM.
22 in.
22 in my ass.
To be fair, it's more of a wisdom thing at this point. So
Yeah. I know where I left you.
Ryu, can you make me another wisdom saving throw?
Sure.
Jed, can you make me a dexterity saving throw?
The
Dex
-1, is that also to saves or no?
Yes.
For everything.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's a +1, not a -1. There we go.
A dex save.
Yeah, a wisdom save for me. That is a 14.
11.
Okay. Sakura, you see a panther running away, and you hear it run over the trees, and then the sound just stops.
Okay. Do I find the Ryu?
That is a very good question. Anyway, Shiloh, what are you doing?
I fucking
We're still looking for each other, right?
Yep.
something like that.
Fuck. Actually,
I really
let's
don't have
check.
fucking anything.
Actually.
Uh-oh. Shiloh says, actually, that's not good.
Divine intervention.
I didn't know Shiloh multi-classed into cleric.
Yep.
And like 10 levels of it.
Level 10
Yeah.
at least.
Level 20, you can cast Wish.
I cast Prestidigitation.
Nice. Good
And
call.
I send up a shower of colorful sparks, akin to like
Harry Potter.
A small piece of fireworks. Yeah,
Oh,
that
nice.
too.
Okay.
It was that or the smell of my farts. I mean,
Sakura. You're like looking in the direction, I'm assuming, where Jed like just ran off to and disappeared off to.
Whoops.
All of a sudden, you're like kind of looking through the trees, and once again you see this green shape, like in between the trees. She kind of like looks at you, and this time just like does this and points down.
Okay. I look down. Do I see anything if I look down? Or
Yeah, all of a sudden a shower of sparks flies up at you.
The fuck?
Nice.
The fuck was that? All right, I climb down then.
Shiloh, you all of a sudden see a Sequita climbing down.
Hey.
That was you? You know. Right, okay. Before we do anything, I go into my bag and I pull out a length of rope.
Thanks, fuck. I was thinking the same, yeah, but I couldn't fucking say it because I was alone. Thank you.
I'm asking you this, Liam. Are you sure?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. As I just found Jed up there doing the skywrite thing, saying, "I come to my voice. I will stay here."
Skywrite
With a
is
big
gone.
arrow on it, and then he turns into a panther and fucks off. So this time, no, and then I tie the rope around us both, and that not going anywhere.
You're now tied to one another.
Oh,
Good.
Once again, the green figure seems to have climbed down alongside you, and this time she like points again, but this time behind you.
Can Shiloh see her? It's like, can you see that?
If Shiloh looks,
think-
doesn't see anything.
Oh, damn.
Okay. I think we should go this way in the direct Shiloh, well, pole Shiloh in the direction that she pointed.
Okay.
Come on.
As you start heading in that direction, you see a very confused and possibly doing nothing Elvakri.
Nice.
Ah, good.
Hi!
What's going
Hi.
Wow.
What did I miss?
Perfectly on cue. That was a little bit too perfect.
Mhm.
Oh wait, I have to move everybody around now. Fuck.
What did I miss?
You died. No. You're all stuck in a mystical forest that's not letting you out.
Nope.
Whose
And
idea was it?
But I'm getting help.
the parties. And Sekura just found you and Shiloh again.
Okay.
But Jed and Ryu are currently MIA.
Missing in action.
Yes.
Missing action.
Okay.
So with that in mind, can all three of you make me a perception check, please?
Perception.
Wait, the people that are missing or the people that are together?
The people that are together at this point.
Okay.
It's always better when we're together.
23.
All in this together.
16.
Hot damn!
Not bad.
Elvakri, you have... Elvakri passed. Nice.
Yes,
Lingering
Elvakri passed
exhaust.
the lingering check.
Shiloh!
Perception!
Find me.
Shallow.
Yeah.
Perception. Sometimes. A little. Why are we talking with an echo?
I don't know.
Stop it.
Hey,
Noise?
I see everything.
Shiloh and
That's fine,
Sekura,
we still
as the three, like the two of you with Elvakri are kind of like walking around, still looking, hearing, like, you know, at this point it's really weird because Ryu and Jed's sound seem to have completely ebbed away at this point. But the two of you do all of a sudden hear these sounds. These like almost like popping sounds, like coming from various different directions.
Do I hear that also?
You do not.
Okay.
I don't see this mysterious woman anyway, do I?
Nope. She's gone.
Okay. Charlotte, what do you think?
Do I have anything?
Nothing, apparently. Okay, good talk.
I would think about shooting like a lightning bolt in the sky, but I would definitely hit the canopy, and that would be bad. So I don't want to fuck with any nature god while I'm here.
You can prevent forest fires.
Yeah. Ryu is clever enough to realize that could potentially happen. So.
Fireball.
Elvakri, as you're kind of like walking with the other two, all of a sudden you feel something cold and metallic in your neck.
Bah.
As Shiloh and Sequita turn around right on time to see this elven person with bow putting the tip of it right in Ovakri's neck.
Oh shit.
Okay, who the fuck are you?
At which point, the moment you say that, this person themselves does not answer, but then you do both hear more and more arrow strings being drawn, as all of a sudden, popping from behind the trees, from on top of the branches, you see about 20-25 elves, each of them aiming a completely wooden bow at you with these slight... You actually notice that most of the tips are actually wooden tips, except for the one that, like a couple of them, like the one that's currently in Ilfakri's neck. But they are all currently, like, aiming their arrows at you. You see this weird sets of clothes, completely seemingly having been made from wood, branches, and leaves. Male, female, any type of elf that you want. They are all elven, but they are high elves, wood elves. There's a couple of drow in there. Eladrin. Everything that you can think of. And they are currently just all aiming their arrows at the three of you. At which point, Jed, Ryu, the two of you open your eyes and all of a sudden notice that you are currently hanging from a tree inside of a net. You have no idea how you got there, but you are currently, like, just upside down inside of a net looking at your three friends being aimed at.
Oh, damn.
Wait, so do I see Jed next to me or not?
You do see Jed next to you. Well, you see a panther next to you, technically.
Okay, yeah, technically then I would not fucking know. I was like, oh, this is one of their fucking hunted creatures. Yeah, this is fine. They might have... Yeah.
Would I be restrained to cast something?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
fuck, I was about to ask the same.
You can
Let
technically drop your concentration, though. That is something.
Yeah, I know, but if I drop my... fuck this panther form anyway.
A panther has claws. Just saying.
Yeah, but I'd like to
tied
break
up
out
at the moment.
something
Different.
worse.
Oh, worse.
Yes. Okay, no, I drop my panther form.
Okay. Ryu, all of a sudden you see this panther kind of like shrink and drop a Jed into the net.
Oh shit, it's you!
Hey!
Hey! I thought you were... Okay, I didn't recognize you there. Oh.
You see about 4 of these archers immediately turn towards the two of you.
Oh!
As Sequida said, who the fuck are you?
Do I notice that they're all elves as well, or?
Yes.
I would
Okay.
like to talk to them in Elvish.
Yes.
Like, can we talk about this? I would like to not have any more bloodshed.
You see like this group of elves like kind of like squints their eyes a little bit at you. Looks back at the other 3. They're not necessarily communicating yet until like one additional person that you hadn't seen yet kind of like steps from behind the trees. This is like an older high elven gentleman. Just like steps up. He has his bow on his back. Also seems to have 2 like... They seem to be wooden short swords, but they seem sharper than any like steel blade that you've seen in a long time, except for maybe like actual magical +1/+2 blades. And he just like walks up and he speaks common, but with like this older accent almost. Who are you? What are you doing in these forests?
Is he asking Sekudo or me?
He's pretty much kind of asking the group. He's like looking at the 2 of you. He's looking at the 3 down on the floor. Speak.
I respond to him. This is not a game of who the fuck am I? It's a game of who the fuck are you?
Ryu Sturmir.
That name does not tell me anything. I do not know a game.
That is a made-up name.
Jedediah, the last messenger of Diona.
The fuck?
You
What?
dare take the goddess' name in vain? Mortal?
Shit.
The fuck did you think was gonna happen? What was the best possible fucking like thought process there?
Can I take the apple
Oh,
and
You
say
can.
I'm what's the goddess name again?
Oh my god.
Pyrex.
Pyrex.
Pyrex. I'm Pyrex.
19 end.
Yeah,
My
sorry.
ass.
My ass. I'm Pyrex servant or something.
There's this like really weird look as he like looks at the apple.
Would you show that so easily?
You are messenger of God.
Yes, I am.
You and group are not from these forests then.
No, we are from, and I point to the sky.
Look something up here.
What's going to the sky? We are sky people. Avatar.
We are sky people.
He
Okay,
kind of like looks. Oh, sorry, go for it, Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan's getting a little bit impatient, especially now that like, first of all, just Jed is like, "Oh, I'm a messenger of God." I'm like, "The fuck are you saying?" And then Valkyrie says the same fucking shit with the apple, and he starts believing it. And Ryan's just losing his shit, so I'm gonna cast Thunderstep. I only need a verbal component for that. I'm just gonna Thunderstep down.
Nice.
Nobody should get damaged because it starts at the like, origin point. So
Sure, so Jed
just
make
gonna,
it.
Jets.
Nah, I'll be nice.
it's only
I'll be
5
nice.
feet around, so maybe I can like swing a bit and then.
I'll be nice.
Yeah.
The panther technically shrunk in form, I guess. You like thunderstep down. You hear this loud explosion. All of you, like half of those elf, immediately aim at like where the explosion comes from, then aim down.
Down
and just
here.
all are like looking like, what the fuck just happened? They're like ready to release. At which point the person that's been talking to you goes like, wait! If they are messenger from God, we must bring to her.
To who? To who? Who's her?
To her, you know.
Ah,
Diona
yeah, her.
herself.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
You don't mean.
Yeah, we remember her.
But, question first. You are very lucky we found you. Most who enter these forests die. But those
Well-
who enter usually don't leave.
Fortunate.
Well, I had a little help.
Sekiro, can you meanwhile shoot Jed down by any chance? I feel like you'd be better at it than I would.
Oh shit! Yeah, shoot him down, please.
That's fine, I can catch
No, I don't want to be firing off arrows right now. Probably not a good idea. No,
Can any one of you do it? You guys have bows, right? You seem to be good enough at it. Can you just like release him? That would be nice.
You see a couple of the elves like look at who's clear, the guy, the person who's clearly in charge, and like kind of like nods. Yeah. All of a sudden, Jed, you were hanging in the air. At which point, all of a sudden, your face meets the floor.
No, I was gonna say like once he falls, I'm gonna cast Featherfall to catch him though.
Oh, okay.
Aww.
I wasn't gonna drop you. Well, I
you
was. But
drop
I'm
and
gonna
like right before the floor, you're like.
Nice. Messenger of God style.
Exactly.
Before they lead us off, I was telling the guys like I had a little help. We all got separated, but there was this woman, and I described the person that I saw. She kept pointing me in the direction of my friends. I
And
suppose you know who that is.
As you're like saying this, you notice that he like slightly gets excited about that, like the spirit, and you start hearing like in like this broken olden elven like the spirit, oh the spirit, chosen by the spirit, chosen spirit.
Wait.
Okay, now
How
I'm
is
more
Elvakri
confused than I
your
was
friend
before.
and I'm not your friend? How did you find Elvakri and not me? Oh man.
I just found these two, and then suddenly this happened.
Oh.
I went after you, Ryan. For what it's worth.
Yeah, he did. I found Jed, and he buggered off.
Yeah.
Well.
You see the leader of this group kind of like looks at Sekura for a second. Why are you here?
Just to suffer.
We came in search of an item that will help us on our journeys. We heard it might be a bow.
You see him immediately, like his look darkens a little bit as he looks at you suspiciously, but
yeah, I'm kind of here to yoink their fucking. I don't think you should have said it like
no,
that.
these people were here, so
Yeah.
the choice will be made then. But first, meet her. You must. Come, come! And he like starts walking away.
Okay. Okay. Do we do the? I see that you have already attached the rope to him. Do we just? I feel like that's a very good idea. I had the same idea, but I kind of was alone here. Do we just attach as well, just to be sure?
Are we gonna get split up again? Oh, wise elven master.
Come!
I think we just follow.
Yeah, I'm gonna like.
If we just follow them, we should be okay.
Yeah, I'm still gonna walk next to Sekuda and just attach it to my own little belt as well.
The moment you start walking after them, you notice how this group of elves is kind of like surrounding you from all sides. They seem to be like used to the weirdness of this forest, and they kind of like make sure that nothing weird happens. And you take a couple of steps while they're like guiding you in the direction, at which point you all of a sudden start hearing the popping sounds again. Jed, you'd probably be the one who at this point kind of figures out what this is. This is, although a very primal version of it, a sort of teleportation.
Yeah.
As if you're being transported somewhere.
Okay.
And as you're all walking, but it's very seamless. It's not as if you're walking through a portal or actually being teleported. It's just the sound is the only thing that you really hear, at which point all of a sudden you keep walking and you break through a set of trees. The first thing that you see at that point is you see this village. But it seems to be a village built inside of the trees. The trees are a little further apart, some of them higher, some of them lower, but houses, buildings seem to have been built inside of the trees entirely of wood. You see windows sticking out from the trees. You see how certain holes have like a door attached to them. You see how people seem to like make use of the branches to hang their drows to climb from. Yes, their clothes to dry from. I can talk. They're drows to climb from. I know that you're very happy when I start hanging drows, Yella, but seriously,
racist,
slightly.
A little bit, yeah.
Oh god. But this is a seemingly functioning village.
Come on, Lars.
But one thing that you do notice...
Is there a mother tree?
Not that you can see here.
Oh, damn.
What you do see, however, is you're still in an area where, like, you can't look at the sky. That is something that you do notice. You're still underneath, like, the leaves from the trees. And yet, for some weird reason, because that's the big difference between the previous area and this area, and the previous area was dark. Like, Jed was barely able to make something out. Now it's almost as if you're just walking in light. It's almost like there's actual sunlight here, even though the drow that are living here don't seem to be affected in the slightest. But you all have perfect vision. You can see this entire city with no trouble whatsoever, no matter your dark vision status.
Is it a big city?
Pretty big, yeah.
Or
we're talking like from your first visual, you're talking like at least a couple thousand people here. Like, it's not small.
Full functional,
like all elves, or
yes, there is not a single non-elf that you can see at this current point in time. This seems to be
they live in tents or
trees, completely in the trees. There's not a single. Pretty much, like, you do every now and again, you see, like, this hint of stonework or metal or other material. But let's say 95 to 99% of what you see is wood and leaves.
Okay. Nice.
I say to the party, watch this. And I ask to the older dude.
Oh, I thought they were going to cast Fireball.
Burn it all down!
Oh, they're fucking stupid. What's this?
Did you sing your house yourself?
He kind of like looks at you. Yes, of course.
course.
We sing our houses, we sing our things, we sing everything from the trees as long as we can.
Cool.
But now,
Nice.
come!
Where did you learn?
Okay. What's your name, Mr. Comcom?
Come!
His name is Come.
Yeah, okay.
That sounds ever so slightly dirty.
Yeah.
Works for me.
He like moves you through the tree lines and moves you a little bit through the village. You see more buildings made of trees. You see trees that are houses and houses that are trees, which is really weird. This is a fully functioning village. You see children running around. The big thing, however, and that for all 5 of you feels so extremely weird, there is no threat here whatsoever. There is no danger. There is no fear. People aren't openly wearing weapons. This is what you imagine life must have been like if the demons never showed up in Aeminad.
Wow.
There is just peace here. I think for pretty much every single one of you, this is the first time that you see actual peace.
Peace.
Yes.
Sequida.
I found my people.
Hey, you never know.
If I ever retire...
Hey, my parents aren't here, are they?
Not that I know.
Sequida, rest assured, you can toxify this whole village.
One bottle of wine at a time.
The leader of the group kind of like leads you, and you do notice that like as you're walking through this village, some people like kind of like look at you and they do eye you up and do look a little bit like weirded out. You do get the sense that this is not something that happens very often. You guys are an anomaly here. Especially because only one of you is fully elven. And as they move, you move through like more parts of the village. At a certain point in time, you do kind of like reach sort of an edge of the village. And like once again, come! And like moves you into the tree line, but not for very far. You just go through like 2 or 3 lines of trees. At which point you reach this old wrangled tree. It's almost like 2 trees kind of like intertwined and like made this one larger tree. Not like larger than all the others. It's just this weird combination of 2. It seems to be, however, older than most of the other trees you've seen around here. And yet at the same time, as it looks very old, it also looks very beautiful and peaceful. And he like kind of walks you further ahead and he's like, come! She must speak to you.
Who is she?
The mother tree.
She who has seen all.
Cool.
Okay then.
At which point he walks up to the tree and like just like goes onto 2 knees and like kind of bows in front of the tree, like head down, hands on the ground in front of the tree.
Vakri, telepathic link.
Are we all doing this?
With what?
with the dude bowing.
Why?
For shits and giggles.
You're a dick, Yellow. You're such a dick.
I also bow to the tree.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna do a little.
I'll put my middle finger towards Jet.
Oh, nice. I'll give you that one. Anyway,
boys.
some of you bow, some of you don't. But at a certain point in time, you do notice the 2 trees light up all of a sudden, starting to shine as greenish lights. At which point they slightly unravel. At which point you see coming forwards a face. Ancient, made of seemingly the same wood as the tree itself. You see 2 greenish eyes look back at you, and you see how parts of the tree shape slightly as to make a hand, a leg, but she's still stuck within this tree.
Dude, we found the Entwives.
Exactly. At which point you notice how her body seems to get pushed upwards a little bit, and she, although she's still attached and partially inside of this tree, she seems to be sitting on top of a throne, almost. At which point, those eyes look at each of the 5 of you individually. And you hear this old, raspy female voice, seemingly as if it's not been used in years. Stand up, the 5 of you.
Okay, stand up.
We have not had guests in a long time.
Nice to meet you.
Might have to do with the magical thing outside.
You literally every single movement she makes, you just hear the tree kind of crack.
Just shut up.
Yes, the forest has not made it easy for intruders to find us. You are indeed lucky. Many who enter the forests never come out. And many who enter the forest we never find before they starve of something.
Did ever demons enter the forest?
They've tried, but failed.
No shit.
Why is the sky still blue around here?
The sky is blue?
Yeah, weirdly it is. It's
like if I look up, is it like any blue inside, or is it all
you
just,
don't see
canopy?
anything of the sky.
Canopy, right?
Chet, you liar. The sky is green.
Which is still a different color.
Shit.
She like looks at you. Just goes, yes, I forgot that the ones from the outside have never seen what it was like. I've seen it a long time ago.
How may we address you?
You can call me Alden. I don't remember my original name, but I have gained this one from a mistress. My mistress. Now, I sense you have come here with purpose. Tell me, what is it you seek?
We are searching for
The guidance of the goddess Diona.
Yeah.
Merely her guidance. Long way to travel purely for guidance.
Perhaps a little more, for we are how do you say this? Carriers of the gods' gifts, or at least some of them already.
We are messengers of the gods.
Yes.
And I like point towards Sequoia and like her little thing that she wears, and also towards Elfakri, and I like tell her to, pull out the apple.
Yeah, and I put up the apple.
Ah. Pimenti and Pyrax, if I presume correctly.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
Pyrax,
Yes.
Permenti.
You are carriers of powerful items, young ones. You must be careful, for more may ride on them than you suspect. Yeah, kind of like looks at you, like kind of cracks her head again. If you are deemed worthy by her, you will receive her gift as well. But then, what are you planning on doing with it?
Defeat the demons.
That is the master plan behind this.
Yes.
That's the end goal. Hopefully, bring back
the blue sky.
Again, you're talking about blue sky. I still think you're full of shit.
Yes.
No, it is actually blue. At least here.
Yeah. Someone mentioned the prophecy of the people who could bring all the 12 God's gift together.
Is that prophecy?
Yes, we are. Some people believe that, as well as Pyrex believes that we might be the people to fulfill this prophecy. That's why we seek the 12 items in order to eradicate the demons once and for all.
Good. Good. I was there when the gifts were created.
Oh, shit.
I was there when that prophecy came into motion. You are correct. The gifts will determine the fate of the continent, and perhaps even more. But do you know what you must do with them?
No clue.
Use them.
It was 5,000 years ago.
5,000. Strength of men failed.
Exactly. Why do you think the elves are here?
Oh shit.
Oh damn. Shots fired. I'm so doomed. My race is doomed.
The sky in your world wasn't much different from the ones we have here, from the one we have here. But then it changed. It started to color. It started to turn red. Possibly the color you've seen your entire life. There aren't many like me who still remember what it was like. But even fewer know that this was the moment the demons came. If you wish to save your continent, young warriors, you must gather the 12 items.
You're trying.
Very tempting.
But you must also bring them to where this all started.
In the sky?
She kind of like moves her head, looks at you, Ulvakri. No. To the west, to the rift between dimensions.
Ooh.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why, but on that fateful day, a portal was opened. One between your world and theirs. So much demons, so many demons, so much energy came out of that portal and created a small piece of land, by the few who know of it known as the Demon Plate. The 12 gifts were a response of the gods, a final act that they hoped would one day allow them to come back. For you see, the 12 gifts are the only true essence of gods that are still within this plane. If the 12 are brought together at the right place, they can become a beacon for the gods, one that might allow them to break the plate and save your world. If you believe that is your task, I wish you luck. For you have taken upon a task that none has tried within the last 5,000 years, and those that have tried have all failed. Because don't lie to yourself. Breaking the plate won't necessarily stop the demons that are already here, but it will stop them from being as powerful, and it will allow the gods to intervene, finally and once and for all.
So what you're saying is, if we break the demon's plate, we getting help from the gods?
Yes. For then Aeminad will finally be returned to its rightful plane. A plane where the gods can reach it.
Entirely if Aeminad got moved.
Yeah.
It's like the missing moon of Poosh.
If you never wondered why no outside help has ever come to this continent.
Yeah.
You are within the demonic plane, or at least a subset of it. You are not on the material plane at this point. I believe none of you have even ever been able to see the material plane.
How it's look like.
Does that mean that Lucy sent that guy to like the normal fucking place?
Hot.
You fucking chilling.
I have
Well,
no
not
idea.
whatever.
I have no idea who this woman is you speak of.
Sorry, it's just something in the back of my mind that.
Small thing, Ryu. She would have needed a fork from the material plane. Just saying.
Well, yeah, but what fork did she use then? I thought she sent them to hell, but we're in hell.
Ask her next time.
Yeah. Let me send her a sending tomorrow. Hey, Lucy.
Where the
apparently
fuck
we're
is he at?
Is he
Apparently
just
we-
shitting?
Yes. Okay. So thank you for
The
the
music.
wisdom you've imposed upon us. We have a lot of new information.
You are welcome.
If we ever get to the end game.
I do hope you will.
So where can we find the bow?
To the west.
I will
the
have
bow.
one of my people lead you to it in the morning.
Cool.
Tonight, rest. Tomorrow, well, possibly, if that is your intention.
Yes.
But I must warn you, if you seek to return, that might be problematic. When I say that no one has ever left this place, we did mean that in a quite literal sense.
Question: does time also happen differently here by any chance? Would you know of this?
She kind of like turns her head. Yes.
Oh fuck, guys,
Oh shit.
guys.
What?
No.
I don't think we're making it to Wolfpine unless it's going in the unless time is slow. Do you know if it's slower or faster by any chance?
That depends.
Oh,
We're gonna be 2 years later or something.
Okay, Jed, you're gonna need to do a lot of messaging tomorrow.
First thing tomorrow morning.
Yeah,
First thing
ask what
tomorrow
fucking
morning.
day it is.
Yep. It's fine.
Sorry, I missed that. I had that someone came in.
There's some time dilation and or shrinking happening.
Yeah, so that we might be sending an army to fucking die.
Yes. There's a possibility that 100 years have passed.
Oh my god, fucking imagine.
Oh god.
No.
Don't give him any fucking ideas. Imagine everything
So
just
the
fucking
demons
changed.
take over everything.
Ryu, no offense, I've pulled that once before. You really think that's an idea he
Yes.
needed to give me?
Yes. He did this shit before.
Oh no!
Wait, so do we know that time is moving
we don't
faster
know.
out there?
Depends.
It could be moving slower.
You just
Yeah, it
know it's
depends.
moving differently.
Yeah, that's all we know.
Could be moving backwards.
Oh, that would be cool.
Oh fuck.
Okay.
And then we're back in episode 1, but with God's gifts.
Yo.
Oh,
Stronger.
wise one. I have read about teleportation magic, And it works best if you have something that is like native to the area you want to teleport to. If we were to take something made here, would that make it possible to teleport right into the village instead of wandering through the forest?
You mean from inside the forest or from outside?
From outside to within the village.
I'm gonna give you the answer because you now have 22 int. Teleportation usually requires you to be on the same plane of existence.
Lovely.
You know what? Just for funsies, Sequita, Jed, both of you make me a nature check or arcana check, your call.
It's gonna be arcana.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. So average. You know what? I will spend a bullshit point on that.
Oh,
I
shit.
won't.
Really? You're not gonna bump up your 3, Sequita?
No.
With the 23, Jed, I'm assuming Yellow already guessed it at this point. You've probably read information about something like this, because this seems awfully similar to a place that was described in books as the Feywild.
Okay.
No.
Oh shit.
Who the fuck?
Who would have thunk?
Yeah, as soon as you started time dilation, it was like,
Mhm.
yep, Feywild.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now Jed knows it as well.
Yeah, it's true.
Now we have
Hey.
the actual knowledge.
I'd like to ask to someone, can I have your name?
Whose name?
So isn't it like the meme that if someone from the Feywild asks you your name, can I have your name? That you just lose it.
Oh fuck! Wait, do I still remember my name? I kind of gave mine a long time ago.
Make a history check.
Uh-oh. I like very clearly introduced myself in the beginning.
Yeah.
You're pretty sure your name is Ryu Stimbir. No, I'm kidding. You don't remember. You remember
Oh,
your
like, did they
name.
change the fucking letter?
I'm kidding. No, you
Okay,
still remember your name.
Okay, good. Oh god, okay.
Okay,
would be
so
cool.
if we ever enter the forest again, then we can possibly teleport towards, but we need to be in the same plane of existence. Yeah. That's why the sky is blue.
Again, I still
Yep.
don't understand why you guys are saying that.
Okay, I cast fly on Ryu. Go fly up. It's like, come on.
Shit.
Ryu starts to fly. Make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Oh, fuck. Oh shit, I'm gonna get lost. Oh no. No.
How can you get lost going up and down?
Oh, you're about to find out, I think.
Ooh.
Oh!
Maybe
23? Is that what you
Yeah,
do?
I'm gonna fly up first, yeah.
Okay. Hey, Jed, you notice how you cast fly on Ryu, and Ryu, like, flies up for, like, 10 feet? You don't know how this happens, but all of a sudden he, like, turns 180 degrees and just smashes his hand into the ground. It's like...
Ah!
Face first.
Jed, what the fuck? Oh,
Again.
I'll never fucking save you again from a tree. I'll just let you fucking fall.
Oh, God.
Fuck, I'm back.
How did you?
In case you hadn't guessed yet, yes, the DC was 25.
Oh my god.
Ah, nice. Anyhow. Okay, just Sakura saw it as well. Sky is blue.
Yeah, no, fuck.
Yep. It is.
Okay, so do they still pay with gold here?
Yeah, I haven't seen a single coin be exchanged from anyone's hand.
Okay. Do we get free lodging? Can we sleep somewhere? Are we guests in this magnificent village?
I can tell you a story.
As far as you know, they will probably give you a tree that you can sleep in. You will just have to, supply sheets and mattresses and whatever, all that fun stuff yourself.
Tiny hut. It's nice and hot in there.
Sure.
Or it's the okay.
Works perfectly fine.
Okay.
But you will be given a tree.
Nice. Okay.
Anything else?
No.
Oh?
I thought of something, but I can actually wait until the following day.
Okay.
Do there seem to be, are there magic users? Did I see someone like Mage Hand or whatever the fuck, Druidcraft?
The magic that you would see would purely be primal in nature.
Ah, lovely. Okay.
How high level it is, you haven't really had a good look at that.
Fine.
What were you going to say, Alekra?
Is there an elf that makes apples from nowhere?
You find
Yes.
a mirror.
Cool.
And her name is whatever the fuck your last character's name was.
Okay.
Nara, you here?
I would like to spend the night impressing the people by casting polymorph, and then
I think polymorph is also a druid spell, to be perfectly honest. But anyway,
Wall of Force.
Oh, that one probably isn't. You all of a sudden just hear people like as like a giant invisible wall of force appears. But you legitimately see whoa! And that quickly turns to anger as all of a sudden two kids are like playing and running behind each other, and one of them just like slams into the barrier and like.
Chat. Is that like that Guardians of the Galaxy trailer where like, oh, we arrive, and they like roll a ball towards you?
Okay then.
I try and help out as a little fuck up. I just put my my healing spirit on top of the kid, like the very warm embrace of this green energy.
They would recognize that spell.
Yeah. And you just see like the kid like looks up,
cheer the kid up,
and like looks up at the green spirit.
Wow. I cast Bigby's hand and just wave sorry.
The kid kind of at this point, the kid just looks at it like both of those kids' mouths just drop open.
Wow.
And I just wave back like, oh
and
my
makes
god.
a peace sign and then like rock, paper, scissors. it always chooses like
Like imagining that at one point Chet just like accidentally just does this. It's like, oh shit.
Or just does this a little bit too hard and just fucking smacks the floor.
Yeah, just by the end of it, he wins. It's just like this.
In the evening, I'm gonna spend just working on my tattoo and get a hopefully in safe long rest.
Yes, you would.
Wonderful.
I mean, considering how hard it was just for us to get in it.
Yeah. Can I remove both a lingering point of something special, or do I have to remove or is it that or my exhaustion point?
That or your exhaustion. It's also.
Okay, I'm gonna remove my exhaustion then, because I honestly keep forgetting to. I keep forgetting to remove the -1 sometimes in my rolls.
But before we do that, is there anything that needs to happen before you guys go to sleep?
Tattoo.
No,
that's gonna happen.
Speak to just find out the people have never been disturbed by demons. Like, do the people know there's demon invasion going on?
They do. Mostly because of the person that you've talked to.
Yeah, the mother.
Because of Alden. The story pretty much in short goes that when the Day of the Red Sky happened for the rest of the continent of Aeminad, this settlement, village, whatever you want to call it, at a certain, pretty much called upon the power of their goddess, of Diona, and was trying to feed energy from the Feywild into them in order to protect themselves. However, because both Diona and them started working on this, there was too big of an outbreak of primal energy, and pretty much too much energy was released, which both had the advantage of locking everything out, but also had the disadvantage of locking everything in. This is pretty much, you gather it's almost as if a small portion of the Feywild has literally been moved here.
Okay.
Which is why, legitimately, no one that there are no stories of anyone who has ever been able to leave this place.
Oh, shit.
There are stories of people who have come to this place, adventurers and whatnot. Usually at a certain point in time, they either just die from old age or they kill themselves because they can't take it anymore.
Sometimes. Okay. Thank you for
The music.
information.
I kind of want to give them something, but I don't have anything.
Okay.
Like I have like old chainmail, but I feel like they're not really gonna appreciate that as much because they don't really give a shit about metal. So at
Give
least
them
not
a
in a way that we.
song. Give them some poetry.
Look,
No?
I can sing a little bit, but I'm not that much. I'm not like it's not my expertise, you know. And it's not my. Just because I have a beautiful just because I have a beautiful voice doesn't mean I can sing well, you know.
Give them
Beautiful.
a sculpture like we did in Elfrest.
Have you seen their fucking buildings? They're way better at it than I am. I'm sorry. Like, there's no fucking way.
I think that's what I would do.
I could give them my Ryu.
I
could give them my Ryu mini, but I'm not going to. That one's mine. I use that one for my fucking Kobolds. No, I use it for my Kobolds and Catacombs campaign.
Anyway, while you think about that, is there anything that needs to happen before you guys go to sleep?
Nope.
Tattoo.
I don't think so.
Want to work 4 hours on my tattoo.
Just explore the village. Yep.
That's it.
Cool. Then at a certain point in time, the people are very nice to you. They give you food. They give you a place to sleep. And
Which
you
food?
all... mostly fruits and vegetables. So if there's anyone who was hoping for meat...
Nope.
Worst case scenario, I take one of my rations after a while. Just
this is literally my subtle way of telling myself I need to eat healthier. But anyway,
what a way of doing it. But
as you all go to sleep, again, this is the first time you've really even in Alvarest, even though those are treated as safe long rests, this is like the first time where it's really peaceful.
You can leave all your belongings next to you, and nothing will happen to you.
Didn't say that,
but
we still live amongst each other. So
now, one more thing I'm gonna do.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Sequita.
Uh-oh.
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 Hi.
Uh-oh.
You're the only elf in this group, which does mean you feel a little bit more connected, I guess, to this full elf.
Elves don't count.
Yeah, exactly. Slightly racist. So you already kind of feel a sort of inherent connection to this place, I guess. And even though you don't sleep, you're an elf. You meditate. It is possibly the first time in your entire life that you have been so relaxed. The first time that the meditation hasn't, maybe even subtly, that you haven't had to force yourself into this meditation, but where you've been able to just do it naturally and take your time and enjoy it, pretty much. You haven't really felt like this in a long time, if ever. So a couple of hours go by in which you're in your meditation state. At which point, you hear something through the meditation. It's faint, and it seems to be far away, but you hear a voice.
A voice.
Come. Waits for a couple of seconds. Again, come.
Okay. Does it feel like this is actually like in the meditation, or is it actually a voice outside?
At first, like the first 2 or 3 times, you think it's within the meditation, but then you realize that this you kind of like open up one eye and it's still there.
Okay. And I can tell which direction it's coming from?
You need to you need to pay attention to it for like 1 or 2 more times, but at a certain point in time, there's this thing of like, yeah, that direction. Like north-ish.
Okay. I will head towards this voice.
Okay.
Only because I feel so relaxed I didn't leave my bow behind.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
And my weapons.
Oh shit.
Rest of you are probably sleeping, so none of you hear Sekiro walk away.
If you go, you hear. Take Alpha Cream.
You walk out and you hear the voice keeps on just come. Still very difficult to make out, and like you're lucky that you have this like keen sense of hearing that you've trained over your years, because very few people would have probably picked this up, but you do.
I'll just keep following it as long as I can hear it.
And keep going. You kind of like start walking past several buildings. You see a couple of elves who have already finished their meditation, a couple who started a little later, who are like, you know, nodding towards you, because by yourself, you almost, you know, look as if you belong here, apart from maybe like the armor and stuff.
I'll just politely nod back and everything.
And you keep walking through like the village, see a couple more of the trees. And at a certain point in time, we once again reach the edge of the village. Come. Starts to become louder now.
It sounds like it's coming from outside the village.
Yep.
I think for a moment and I just look back. And I just continue following it.
You go through. You break like the line of trees. At first it's slightly scary. You know what happened last time that this happened. But after like 10, 15, 20 steps, you start to become a little bit more confident in it. You start to walk closer in the direction of the voice. And it takes you a couple of minutes, but then you start realizing that you're just subtly focusing on little nods. You feel a breath of fresh air passing by you, and you turn in the direction of the air following it. You see a branch that you swear kind of like moves just a couple of inches, pointing in a certain direction. You go that way. And you keep having the voice grow louder. Come. 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 At which point you start hearing that it's a woman's voice that's just urging you forward.
It doesn't sound like the tree woman's voice in any way. Alden.
No, it does not. You keep following the symbols that the forest gives you. And right as it sounds as if the voice is right in front of you, you once again break through a final line of trees and come into a small open space. And all of a sudden, it's weird. It feels almost empty. Because this entire time you've had this something, this forest guiding you in a certain direction, and now it's gone. No more voice, no more subtle directions. You notice that you've been holding your breath this entire time. Well, not this entire time, but like for the last couple of minutes. And you like quickly breathe back in. And you look around. You're standing in a small open space, but you still don't see the sky itself. But in the middle of it, you see one large tree that seems to have been clearly built into a house. Sort of a 2-story building, I guess, the ground floor and then a floor above it. The door itself at the front seems to be slightly cracked open, almost as if the tree itself has been like growing in size slightly and making like the door press against itself, breaking it slightly from the inside. But it seems to be very quiet and very undisturbed. You look at like the ground and stuff, and it seems almost as if this place hasn't seen any activity in the last years, maybe even decades. What do you want to do?
Hello?
Nothing.
Anybody?
Nothing.
Okay. Yeah,
I climb into a tree, I drop from the sky and go, hello there.
No. No. Anyway, what are you doing?
Yeah, I get no response, so then I walk up to this house. See if I can try and open the door gently.
Yeah, easy enough. It's almost coming like out of its hinges, so you kind of have to like pull it a little bit, but it does easily enough like open, creaks quite a lot when you open it. And you can kind of like look inside, and you see the ground floor is just like one large living room. You see a couple of cupboards that have been made out of wood. You see the window that has been like cut out of the tree. You see a little bit of glass that's in there to protect against any like moisture or wind from the outside. You see a small table where people used to sit, but the wood inside of it seems to have been slightly started to rot. And it is covered in dust. No one has been here for a very long time. You do, however, notice that there is a set of stairs leading up and a set of stairs leading down as well.
Place could use a coat of paint. Okay, I will. I'll go to this. I'll move to the stairs going up. See what's up there.
You move towards those stairs, and you, again, as you're like looking through this place, most of it, as with the village, has been made out of wood, this entire set of stairs as well. And as you kind of look up, you see a small door, again, like the front door also seems to be kind of like popping out of its hinges. Seems to be even rotting a little bit from the inside. And as you're walking up, you notice that every single step you're like making dust and a little bit of dirt that is like covered this building over the years, kind of like flies and like sticks to your boots. But other than that, you just walk up the stairs. It creaks. It doesn't break or anything. It's still strong enough to hold you. This is decent material that these trees have, or these houses have been made out of. You keep walking up and you go up to the door. I'm assuming you open it. As you open it, you see what seems to look like an older bedroom. You see a large bed made entirely of wood, the mattress seemingly filled with these like, you know, softer pieces of leaf, and then several leaves have been like tied together to make the actual sheets, both for underneath the person that would sleep on it and to put over them. And as you kind of like look around the room, you notice a small little nightstand carved out of wood with a couple of trinkets on it. You notice a window again being able to look out. This one seems to have been open. But most of all, at the edge of the room to the other side, you see a small cradle. It's empty, but it seems to have been there, entirely made of wood. You see a small toy hanging from the top above it where the baby would be lying in. I think cradle is the right word, right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But again, this entire room has not seen anyone entering it in years, if not decades.
Okay. This is very, very confusing. I don't. While I'm stood here looking over everything, does any of this seem somewhat familiar to me? Something about this seems weird.
Seem? No. Feel? Maybe a little?
Okay. Just out of curiosity, I'd walk over to the cradle and just, if there's any indication of what or how long ago someone was here, or anything.
We're talking
like
decades.
Name, maybe.
Make an investigation check.
Yeah, I'll throw 3 bullshit points into that.
Okay.
2d8.
And from my sleep, I cast guidance.
Oh, come on, register. That said 7.
No.
It's not registering for some reason.
Oh.
It's fine. This is an 8.
That is 5.
It takes you a minute. But as you're kind of like looking through it, it's not really the cradle itself. It's like the little toy hanging from it. It's like this large like circle, and then on it there hangs like a small pinecone tree. There's like a small moon hanging from it, like these little figures that you can like make turn. But it's the circle, like the little disc on top, really, that makes you stop. As you see written on it, 2 S E Q U I D A.
Damn.
I just look at it, then I just look around again. Was I fucking born here? Okay. Having seen that, I then want to see what else is in the house. I go back out the room downstairs and into the lower floor from the first one. The stairs that went down.
Yep. As you take the stairs down, where the remainder of the house was completely made out of wood because it was kind of carved out of the tree itself. As you now go down, you notice that you're kind of ending up underneath the tree. You're ending up in more of a dirt/stone kind of a room. It's also a lot darker here because there's not really a light source that pierces to this room. But with your dark vision, you do kind of like notice what the room itself looks like. It's mostly empty, apart from 2 things. One, at the other side of the room, there seems to be a table, almost like a working desk, you could say, with papers, old papers, like kind of strewn across it. But the elements, strangely enough, have not seemed to have had any effect on it. In front of that, however, is a far bigger thing that you notice. As you see a large circle, seemingly made from plants, wood, grass, little insects that kind of like are nestling in there, little nests or whatever. Almost seems like someone just arranged things, but specifically put them up into a circle. As you kind of like walk down a couple of steps, you scare up a couple of the smaller insects that kind of like fly up, go into like sides of the room, but the circle itself stays perfectly intact. This is something that maybe you've never seen in person, as far as you remember at least, but this would be a weird version of sort of a druidic circle. And it is perfectly intact. It hasn't overgrown. It's a perfect circle, just made of different elements that you can find within a forest.
Do they look like the that's as far as they grow, or does it seem like they've been maintained?
As you look at it, it's weird. It seems to be a strange combination of the two. This is not something that would happen to plants if they weren't maintained. You don't see any signs of someone actively having maintained this place. Especially just right off the fact that, like, the dirt and dust that you've seen over the rest of the house is just perfectly intact here. Nobody has been here in quite a while.
Okay. Well, I'll walk around the circle and have a look at this table, this desk, see if there's anything on it pertaining to this. Just anything.
Papers. Scribbled. Not necessarily hastily, but not the prettiest of handwriting that you've ever seen.
And does any of it give me any information about this place?
Sure, they're written in Elvish. They seem to be notes, letters, whatever you want to call it. You kind of look at one of the first pages and it says, "The circle is behaving exactly as I would want it to. Perhaps this can lead to the goal that I've set out for myself, but I'm not sure yet. I also don't know if I need to give up something in order to achieve this. Let's just hope." You look at a second page. Nothing seems to be working. It seems impossible. Is this ever going to work? Are we ever going to solve the problems that have plagued us for years? Another letter. I'm scared. She's coming in a matter of days, and I don't know what I'm going to do when she does. I need to find a solution. And then the final letter, the most hastily scribbled of all of them. I've done it. I finally found a way. Hopefully she'll be safe. Hopefully one day I'll be able to tell her how much she means to me and what I gave up to save her. Hopefully, even though the outside is as scary as I've heard, even if the outside is as scary as I've heard, hopefully she'll have a better life there. Please be safe, Sequita.
Damn. Oof.
So this is a teleportation circle? I am going to take those notes. And before I leave, I want to see what happens if I stood in the circle. If anything.
You move into the circle, and for a couple of seconds, it doesn't seem like anything really happens. But you do notice that as you step into the circle, the dust layer that's been like everywhere else is not present within the circle itself. You stand there for like 10, maybe 15 seconds, and nothing seems to happen. Until you kind of want to move out. At which point, you see a faint glow appear in front of you. Almost like a light that gets turned on, similarly to like when Jed casts his light spell, but green. You stand there for a couple of seconds, and it forms into a shape. A green shape. The shape of a woman. In a green cloak. But instead of pointing this time, she smiles. Puts her hand on your cheek. And then disappears.
Wait! Who are you?
And that's where we'll leave up the episode.
Cliffhanger. Well, goddamn. More backstory shit for Psycho, though. You were born here.
You know, I did say at the beginning of the session I was going to break you.
Oh, shit. Yeah, he did. I said it would be very difficult, but by God, he did it.
Well, thank you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. And we will see you all next time.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.
Hmm.